I kind of ran out of zombies videos ideas, so I'm just kind of doing this. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, this brown guy is complaining about things. What the hell? What the fuck? We already have one of those. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm not turning into a grade A clone. I'm turning into a leafy clone. Alright, so everyone in the entire world is stuck at home. You're gonna be surfing the net. Whether you're chasing that sweet Reddit korma or begging for her at in a comment section, you're gonna be interacting with humans. And we all know the deal with those argumentative niggas. So here's my guide to winning an argument on the internet. I don't care if you went to debate club or blah blah blah. Throw everything you thought you knew about arguing out the fucking window, cause you won't be needing that. You don't need to be on the correct side, you don't need common decency, most importantly, you don't even need to argue. Internet fights always derail and stoop low fast, so you want to make sure that you start the shit flinging before the other person even gets the chance. Right, now that we got that out of the way, here's the first rule. Internet arguments are like cage fights. They're a spectator sport. But more than that, they're a spectator sport where the spectators are the judge, jury and executioners. Favoritism is king. If you're battling the guy you're arguing, you're an idiot. You need to look like you're beating the guy without necessarily winning the argument. As I said, it does not fucking matter if you're correct. So how exactly is the best way of doing this? Don't worry, I've got you covered. This is your bread and butter of internet fights. You need to jump to a dumb conclusion, make outlandish comparisons, and finally, slap a label on them. Kinda like when you did something dumb in class because your mate told you to. Not a good excuse, but the teacher will then spout some shit like, oh, so you'd light your arse on fire if your pal told you to do that. Do that, but take it a step further. If your teacher was winning an online argument against you, they'd say something like, oh, so you'd beat up black people if your friend told you to, you're fucking racist. Notice the racism card at the end. That's an important part of making this work. You want to slap a label on them to make them look bad, even though you just jumped to a conclusion. People reading this argument aren't going to question it because no one wants to side with a potential racist. If you can pull this one off, that's a lot of spectator points right there. Other than the racist maneuver, you can also go for simp, incel, white knight, feminazi, fascist, commie, snowflake, and even pedo. You know, just get creative with it. Finding it hard to accuse them of something serious, another thing you can do is dramatically jump to the conclusion that they're an idiot. The key to making this one work is making your reasoning short, sweet, and non-existent. You think, meh? Well, that's because you're a fucking idiot, you complete brainlet, you stupid cretin, you absolute moronic imbecile, you complete and utter mongoloid. You need a lift! You can sit between the backseat and my dick! Make fun of their profile or post or bio or some shit. Shit like being a furry or having an anime profile picture is like a fucking one tap. But just look at their profile for 2 seconds and check their other hobbies and opinions and just bash on that. Or take shit they've said out of context. That can mean shit they said in the argument or out with the argument, it really doesn't matter. Alright, although I called it ignorantly leaving, it's kinda hard to describe. It's like an aggressive but passive dismissal. It's like you're so deaf and blind, but to an aggressive extent. I know a guy who's a fucking master of ignorantly backing out of an argument when he knows he's not right. You can quit an argument, but you want to look like you're above them. I'm just gonna throw some examples out there that work, so shit like this might sound familiar. Laughing at what they say, but not providing any dialogue to further the argument. Saying the same thing again, even if it's been debunked or refuted. Calling them triggered. Using a meme that's currently in the process of being killed. Like, Jesus, do you remember when people would just use the clown emoji for everything? Shit like that. The specific one I encountered happened to be top tier. I don't want to give too much info because this was a private bickering and I don't want to be petty by publicising that on YouTube. But I'll explain what he did. So I asked him to explain why I'm wrong, and he proceeds to laugh and go XDXD at everything I say, and then he just goes, "You're just a cunt in general," before leaving the group chat. Now, as someone who enjoys debating and like actual arguing, this pissed me off to no end. It is such a cheap move, but it fucking pissed me off, and I guess that's what he was going for. If you're backed into a corner in an internet argument, like, just do this and you'll win every fucking time. Like, don't refer to the argument at all, right? Just be so ignorant that it's a one-sided dialogue. It fucking works, okay? But yeah, if you follow these steps, you should be on your way to winning every single Reddit argument you come across, so lucky you, I guess. Right, now I know that there's going to be one fucker out there who doesn't understand that this entire thing was satire, so let me be crystal clear. You are an asshole and an idiot if you do any of these things. Don't. But also, do you want to know what else is equally as shit-flingy? Butting into an argument just to tell people to stop. It's usually people who are scared of controversy and confrontation who do this shit, but like, just let argumentative people do their thing, like, fuck off. Especially if it's online, like, bro, just scroll down, scroll, wow, the big scary argument is gone now. No need to project your introverted ass tendencies to other people, right? You're not fixing anything, you're just destroying a discussion because you didn't like it, even though you had nothing to do with it. Like, if you do this, fuck you, man. But I'm not dumb, alright? I get that it's the internet and you can't police people's speech, right? People are gonna keep doing this shit regardless of me making a YouTube video about it, right? Because it works. So I don't actually know what this video was about or why I made it, but just please hit like at least. Please.